That's him. We want that. Ta-da.
Very good.
We waited for you. Thanks, Jim.
I'm not sick anymore. I'm all making it up.
Doesn't sound like you.
You good? Good to go.
That's where I go.
All right, call this meeting to order, the regular scheduled meeting for Monday, December 12th, 2022, Greater Peoria Mass Transit District Board Meeting. Roll call, please.
Trustee Ahart,
Present.
trustee Sterling Polk,
Present.
trustee Hare,
Present.
trustee McBride,
Here.
trustee Knox.
Present.
You have a quorum, sir?
Okay. We all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, we all feel better.
Okay, receipt and reading of minutes from the meeting of November 14th, 2022. Any corrections, comments? Hearing none, can I get a motion to accept them?
So moved.
Second.
A second. All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Motion approved. Receipt and reading of communications.
We have none, I guess, unless you want to consider the one from the ATU that everybody got a copy of. I guess that'd be the only thing that I would say could possibly be, and we'll include it in the next board packet.
Okay. Board of Officers and Trustees. Anybody? Hearing nothing, moving on. Report of standing committees.
I have one.
Okay, or Angie?
The 35th annual Stuff a Bus Food Drive concluded on November 30th with a press conference at the Peoria Friendship House to announce the total weight of donations collected. I am pleased, more than pleased to report that a new record of 12.47 tons of food was collected this year. This well exceeded the goal of collecting 11 tons, and the additional food cannot fit into the vintage bus that had to be brought to Peoria Friendship House in 2 additional CityLink support vehicles, a van and a heavy-duty truck. The previous record in 2008 was 11.8 tons collected. And the players from the Peoria Rivermen and the Peoria Mustangs hockey teams and other volunteers packed this food away in a little less than 2 hours. They were moving. Also, thank you to the CityLink employees, Peoria Friendship House employees, and many other volunteers for helping throughout the food drive. Many thanks to the other businesses and organizations that survived the food drive this year. Thank you to the members of the 2022 Stuff a Bus Committee for helping make this year's food drive a record-breaking success. The pantry at Peoria Friendship House was empty last Wednesday at the unloading. It is now filled with non-perishable food and will continue to be refilled with the donations collected during the Stuff a Bus for the next several months. Get it into our web page for Stuff a Bus and check it out. Many thanks to everybody. I always almost get teary-eyed, and I have got teary-eyed years when I see all the donations. Peoria is a great city, giving and caring. Thank you. Any questions?
Nope.
88.
Good job, yes, ma'am.
We're not meeting until January of 2023, but we do have an event planned for March 15th where we're going to be doing training. We're going to have some of our actual vendors and things there. So you'll be hearing more about that as we move forward.
Any questions, comments?
Urban development. So, sorry, bear with me the many years I talk, if you can understand me, I still got some stitches in here, so. For committee update there, 2 items. One, we are going to provide transportation for the Shine a Light event, which is part of the Tim Tebow Foundation. We're working that through Rich Woods Community Church. So our role will be to provide buses to take individuals from group homes to the Shine a Light function, which is, we could describe it best as like a prom. We'll also return them back to their homes after the event's over, and it's going to be approximately a 2-hour duration or so. So that's one item. So I'm proud to say that we're supporting that. And the other thing is, and we'll have more discussion in the committee as we move on, but we also discussed reviewing some of the current parameters in place on deciding where new bus shelters will be located. So more to come on that after future meetings. So those are my only 2 items.
John, when's the event, the Shine the Light event? Do you know? Give a date?
I do not
Okay.
remember.
Oh, we do.
Anybody else from the committee remember?
February, I don't know the exact date, but it's in
Okay.
February.
Seems like wasn't it after Valentine's Day, I believe?
I think so.
Okay.
Excellent. Any other questions? No, hearing none, moving on. Or the general manager.
I really don't have much to report tonight. I'm gonna defer my time so that we have, since we have time constriction. If anybody's got any questions, I'll take those now. Yes, ma'am.
Not so much a question, but I wanted to ask if we could perhaps have a committee established to do something for every ethnicity month that we have. We used to do things, and since we have such a diverse employment group, if we had a committee that could recognize each ethnicity in their particular month, I would think that would be a great thing for us to do for our employees as well as the community. That's my only request.
I will put together a group that we can address that, so.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Quick. New facility update. Beth, Nick, either one of them? One of them.
I've shown you this slide and the next slide a couple times the past few months. That building's fully operational. We're just waiting on a few other small items just to have employee training on. I actually saw an email come through about half an hour ago stating that the rest of or most of the training that was outstanding should happen on Wednesday for all the systems in there. So, yeah, I'll show you all that. So that's our new compressor. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so with phases B, C, and D, they backfilled the duct bank of the east garage, and they started to form and pour where the transformer pads, the 4,000 amp transformer pads and cabinets are going to go. So that's pretty neat. You can see it if you go out there. This is the front of the building right there. And that's just pictures of them building that. That's where the amperage and all the transformers will go when it all comes in. So, and then they started to build the CMU wall on the inside of the building, which is the south side is what you're looking at right here. In the main parts room garage and the stairwell. This part right here is the elevator shaft that they're building. So that's one of the elevators. That's pretty cool. And then pretty much the last month, since the last board meeting, they've just been out there setting steel. They actually just finished it up last week, which is a pretty awesome sight to see. You can't see it. You might be able to see it on the video, but I thought it was cool. They put a big American flag flying up there. I didn't know they were going to do that. I was like, that's fun. So they got all that set. So This is just another shot of all that. So this is just what it looks like from the inside. They're setting all their decking and everything for the roof. This is all for the admin building, by the way, so. And then the things they've been working on is they've started to winterize all the doors. So the goal is to winterize up here, they'll winterize all around the doors in there. Then they'll bring in these huge heaters, they'll heat it, and then they'll sort of pour concrete through the winter just to keep the ball rolling. And they got our garage doors up for our tent. That's the extension of the south garage, so we keep it heated. So it's working really well, keeping the buses warm. No adjustments, we're at almost 30% construction complete, and to date, that's what they built, 12,183,000. So trucking along.
Questions? Okay. Board of Trans Dev General Manager.
Video.
Oh, shoot, sorry, video.
Oh yeah, video, that's the best
I
part.
forgot about the video.
This is the video.
Sorry, Angel.
Yeah, that's most important part.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was Thanksgiving weekend, wasn't it? The flag was on the parade.
Yeah, like a week or two ago. They mounted it on the actual building. Next month, you'll see the flag.
Got it. No, Angel.
You just, all the way up, yeah.
Okay, thank you. So this month, just a little recap, 'cause I know, like you said, you're under time constraints, but we have our on-time performance is 84%. It's actually 83 for City Lift and 95 for County Link. Right now, we are, obviously, be very transparent, we're struggling for drivers. I need about 10 drivers right now. So we're short on some of our routes, and that obviously affects our on-time performance. I have, my dispatchers have been absolutely phenomenal. They've been out driving almost every day. And the management has been doing some dispatching. Even have some of our other departments who are willing to pitch in and drive as well, trying to get everyone picked up and get them home. While our revenue hours only went up a little over 1%, our ridership did go up about 25%. So we are definitely, the ridership's there. I just need to have get the people there to provide that service. As you see from the service summary, we did have 2 accidents. There's a description there for you. If you have any questions on any of that, please feel free to let me know. As of right now, I do have 2 operators that are in training. One I think graduates today if she passed everything, and one should graduate at the end of the week. I do not have any current classes scheduled. We have people coming in the door, but unfortunately, they're not able to pass the qualifications to be a driver for City Lift. So we are constantly working on that. The good news is we have a former HR manager has left for New Horizons, and we wish her extremely well. It was very good terms. I'm very happy for her. So we have hired a new HR manager. His name is Peter, and he has started. So he's moving right along. He's jumping right into recruiting. We will be going to a job fair this Thursday at the Heart of Illinois job fair at the Riverplex. So if you know anyone, please send them my way. It says here that the next class is scheduled for December 12th. That unfortunately did not happen due to the qualification process of the people that we had tried to hire. Watchman service is slowly increasing. We provided 135 trips, and we have continued union negotiations. As a matter of fact, we had negotiations today. We've made a lot of progress, a lot of movement on both sides. Our next session, unfortunately, won't be until January due to the holidays and everything. But I think we're working good toward a conclusion on that, hopefully in January. And then again, of course, with ongoing work on equaling our software. Sorry, we have my back here. It is a challenge that we are pushing through, and I would like to again say how proud I am of my team that I do have. The dispatchers are trying so hard to keep everything on track. And the drivers, we have them coming in on overtime, staying over. Everyone's all about getting the people picked up and taken home. So I just want to say that I'm really proud of them. And that's all I have.
Questions, comments? Thank you, Angel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Public comments? None. Old business? Hearing none, we'll go to the new business. 2023 Greater Peoria Mass Transit District Board dates. General Manager.
All right, you have them listed there before you. The only potential changes could be March and October. Those are when we have active events. First one in March. And I thought, well, maybe we should just change those dates, but in case something like COVID comes along, we may be stuck here in March and October. So I guess we'll make the change if it's necessary. Also, the May date is the second Monday of the month this year. So we made that change in our bylaws. And that'll be our annual election of officers. So with that, I would like to note that if anybody's interested in going to the Legislative APTA convention in DC in March, let us know so we can start making arrangements.
Can I mention, early registration ends on January 27th, so we always want to take advantage of that. We get a little bit money off.
Take a vote. Those dates, we need to vote on those? No?
No, I think you just, is that it?
Okay. Just check. Okay, resolution 23-17, recommendation to award a contract with FAAC Incorporated for the purchase of 2 transit bus driving simulator training systems with an option to purchase 2 additional systems within 1 year of an amount not to exceed $1,974,337. Jason Culverson.
Good evening, everyone. Greetings from Columbus, Ohio. This project here is something we've been working towards for a while. We issued an RFP for the bus driving transit simulators. 3 proposals were received from FAC, Simtech, and Doron. Based on the scoring of those, FAC came out ahead. We envisioned this project a couple years ago and put this into a Rebuild One grant that would pay for the purchase of these simulators. And so 100% of the costs are supported by that. So it's the recommendation that the Board of Trustees award the contract to FAC for the purchase of 2 transit simulators with the option to purchase 2 additional within 1 year in an amount not to exceed $1,974,337.
Questions?
Got a question. Jason, thanks for putting this together. I think did you mention before that this might also be an opportunity for us to monetize these simulators by partnerships with other training districts, or will that be something that will occur later?
That is correct. That's something that we put into the proposal to IDOT when we put together the grant, that we would establish this as a regional project that we could then monetize to not so much to generate a profit or anything, but to cover the cost of an instructor and to provide that training to other transit districts which don't have the opportunity for, purchasing the simulators. And then we would also be able to use them to provide similar training to, for example, District 150 or District 86 out of East Peoria, if they so chose to utilize those as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Hearing none, can I get a motion?
Moved.
And a second.
Second.
Secretary, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Ahart,
Approve.
trustee Polk, approved, trustee Hare,
Approve.
trustee Knopf,
Approve.
trustee McBride, approved. passes.
You have your simulators, Jason.
Thank you.
Next resolution, 23-18, recommendation to award a contract with Angel Tracks for the purchase of a new paratransit vehicle camera system and its related warranty in the amount not to exceed $202,525.40. Jason.
All right, thank you very much. So again, this is something we've been working towards for a while. We applied for the funds under the Illinois Rebuild Round 1. We received 5 proposals that were evaluated. We narrowed that down to 3. And from that, we selected Angel Tracks as the most qualified, most responsive vendor. So as the recommendation to the Board of Trustees that we do award this contract to Angel Tracks for the paratransit vehicle camera system and its related warranty in an amount not to exceed $202,525.40.
Questions on this resolution?
I got a question. Can you explain the purpose of the cameras and why they're necessary, please?
Yes, sir. So the purpose of the cameras is to provide a similar type or level of coverage on our vehicles that we have on our fixed route buses. As you may be aware, we've had some incidents over the past couple of years with our previous vendor that could have easily been resolved with or covered by the camera systems. So just like we do on the fixed route buses, they provide that permanent record of something happening, which helps us on the liability aspect of it, whether it comes to some type of passenger issue or some type of vehicle accident or something like that. So it's to provide that extra level of coverage for both the operators at City Lift and County Link, but also to the district as a whole.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Is this system compatible to same as the current system for the fixed route buses, or
This system is a different one than the one that's currently installed on our fixed route buses. We will have the ability to monitor and maintain both systems independently. The vendor that is on our fixed route buses did bid and submit a response to the RFP that was within the scope. However, due to the criteria, they were not selected for this contract.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question, Jason, but it doesn't have anything to do with this because I'm familiar with this. But I needed to know what the status was on the panic button that's down at the transit center and also the bulletproof glass.
Yeah, so those two separate items, we did get quotes for the bulletproof glass. I have gotten those over to Doug to review. And then as far as the panic button, during the construction or the reconstruction they did back in December, January, February of 2019, 2020, there was a panic button installed under the counter at the customer service desk. The wire to that had gotten cut or broke sometime during that construction process. Looking at what it would take to fix that issue, it has been cited that we do have a two-way radio system that's in the customer service office that the customer service agents are able to use to contact either security at the transit center or our dispatcher, as well as the phones that are in there to either contact security or dispatch if needed. The panic button was in there. What that would do, it notified our alarm company, and then our alarm company would contact us to let us know that someone had pressed the alarm. So it didn't actually go external to the organization. So by providing the option of the radio or the phones, we're going to have a quicker response from our security.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jason. Okay, can we get a motion for the resolution 23-18?
So moved.
Second.
Can we get a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Ahart,
Approve.
trustee Polk, approved, trustee Hare,
Approve.
trustee Knox,
Approve.
trustee McBride, approved, motion passes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Resolution 23-19, recommendation to enter into a real estate lease agreement between Greater Peoria Mass Transit District and PCCEO for a period of 36 months, January through December 2023 at $3,000 a month, January through December 2024 at $3,000 a month, and January through December 2025 at $3,200 a month. Ms. Shammer.
Good evening. The purpose of this summary is to recommend a real estate lease agreement between Greater Peoria Mass Transit District and PCCEO. The Greater Peoria Mass Transit District's real estate lease agreement with PCCEO will expire on December 31st, 2025. The Greater Peoria Mass Transit District desires to provide real estate lease agreement with PCCEO for the operation of a daycare center for an additional 3 years. The payment terms will be as follows. Year 1, January through December 2023, $3,000 per month. Year 2, January through December 2024, $3,000 per month. Year 3, January through December 2025, $3,200 per month. It is recommended that the Greater Peoria Mass Transit District Board of Trustees authorizes a real estate lease agreement with PCCEO, Peoria County, in order to lease a portion of the real estate located at 415 Southwest Adams Street, Peoria, Illinois 61602, exclusively for the operation of a daycare center for a period of 36 months.
Questions about this resolution? Hearing none, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Ahart,
Approve.
trustee Polk, approved, trustee Hare,
Approve.
trustee Knox,
Approved.
trustee McBride, approved. Motion
Passed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Financial report, November 22nd. Christine.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Hello.
Hello.
All right, this is for a summary of November 2022 financial activity for your approval. In this month, we have a general operating expense, $2,459,965.76. Besides that, we have a capital expenditure paid to the River City Construction for the facility construction, $4,166,703.35. This is a recommended board approval both the operating expense and capital expenditure.
Questions about the financial report? Hearing none, can I get a motion?
So moved.
And that's second.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Ahart,
Approved.
trustee Polk, approved, trustee Hare, trustee Knox, trustee McBride, approved. Motion passed.
Thanks, Christine. Next item, executive session, citing exemption 5-120-2 C5 and 11.5 deals with real estate and 11 deals with pending litigation. Can we get a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second? Second. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.